In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 commonly practiced first aid interventions that are actually harmful to the individual. This is very popular in Nigeria, where I come from. So I wanted to do this as a form of health education because this first aid is something that could be what would save a life, or what would, as one of my consultants says, summarize the person into the afterlife. So many of these, we do them with the notion that we're really helping the person, but actually we're causing more harm to the person. So let's find out this thing by diving into today's video. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Here we make videos that cover all you need to know about medical doctors and medical students. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss my new videos, which I drop twice weekly. And to my returning subscribers, thank you once again for coming to view my videos. I really appreciate you guys. Even if you happen not to be a medical personnel, these are videos that you'll really benefit from. So you can go through the videos in the channel and you'll find a lot of them that you'll really like. So subscribe, just subscribe. The first of such practices is when a person is convulsing. The common practice is to try to either put something in the mouth, that's usually spoons, or you use your hand to try to keep the mouth open, because for whatever reason they think this saves the person from biting the tongue. Don't do that. Stop it. Don't put anything in a patient's mouth. You could actually cause injuries to the mouth. Epilepsy is a jerky movement of the body as a result of neuronal misfire in the brain. So this usually lasts for a few seconds to a few minutes. When somebody convulses, this is what you should do. If the person has not fallen yet, you can just try to hold the person and gently allow the person to lie down. And when you allow the person to lie down on the floor, try to keep the person on one side of the body. Instead of lying on the back, the person should lie on either the left or the right side of his or her body. Then try to remove every tight clothing over the person and make sure that every environment is safe for the person. There shouldn't be anything that will cause danger to the person. Then you could also try to cushion the head by placing maybe a pillow or a very soft jacket, because most of the danger that happens in epilepsy is as a result of trauma in the course of the seizure, because the person is jerking violently. He or she could injure his or herself. Don't even try and hold the person. Please don't try to hold the person to prevent the person from jerking. Just make sure the environment is safe. There's no dangerous thing over there. You remove them and it resolves between a few seconds to a few minutes. When the person recovers, you gently sit the person and try to initiate a conversation with the person. And don't try to give any food or drink until the person is fully conscious, and ensure that the person goes home and is safe and sound. That's what you can do for the person. For your information, the saliva of that person touching you does not give you epilepsy. The next intervention is pouring water over a person that's fainted. Please don't pour water or sprinkle water on someone that has lost consciousness. Water is not of any help to that person. The usual cause of fainting, also known as syncope, is when there's either insufficient oxygen or nutrients to the brain, and as a result of that, the brain causes the body to fall, and in such a way the heart will be able to provide these necessary nutrients or oxygen to it. So it's a self-preservation technique. But pouring water does not do anything for the person. What you should do in this situation is try to call the name of the person. If the person is unresponsive, the next thing you want to do is to see if the heart is still beating and the person is still breathing. You need to do that. So you put your hands over just below the nose to see if the person is breathing, and then you can feel for the pulse. This is your windpipe. How you feel for the pulse, just put your hands, your index and middle finger, just put them by the side of the windpipe. That's the carotid pulse. If you feel a pulse, that means the heart is still beating. If however there's no pulse and the person is not breathing, call for help immediately and start chest compression. If you don't know how to apply CPR, there's a link in the description box where I give a brief explanation on how to do the CPR. Most times, this is the cause of it, and over a few minutes, the person recovers. And when the person recovers, take the person as soon as possible to the hospital to be evaluated. The person shouldn't go home. Please insist the person goes to the hospital so that they'll be evaluated. It might be a sign of something serious. So nobody should faint, nobody should lose consciousness, regain consciousness, and just dust it off. They should go to the hospital. No matter how fine they feel afterwards, insist the person goes to the hospital. So don't come and pour water. What you should do is to just ensure the person goes to the hospital. The next practice is using cold water to cool down the temperature of somebody that is febrile. In Nigeria, malaria is endemic, and its common presenting symptom is fever. And what parents do to children is that they use cold water to tepid sponge. There's no health practitioner that will tell you to use cold water to tepid sponge or bathe the person with cold water. What happens is that as you use that cold water, you're actually causing more harm, because it makes the body to lose temperature rapidly, and the person can start shivering. And when the person starts shivering, it's a response of the body thinking our temperature is low, let's produce more heat. And that also causes the body to start producing more heat. What you do is that you use warm water. Put in a clean cloth or a towel and just use it to tepid sponge the person. So warm water, water that is not hot or water that is not cold. Please don't use cold water. You hear, don't use cold water. The next one is tying a person's leg after he or she has been bitten by a scorpion or a snake. Please don't tie anybody's leg. The best you can do is, first is try to make the patient to calm down, because panicking will make your heart beat faster and to make the venom circulate. So try to keep the person calm. Try to clean the wound with soap and water and apply a clean cloth over the wound. You'll see the bite mark. So do that. Please don't tie it. Don't try to use your mouth to suck the venom. Don't do that. And also be able to identify the snake, the type of snake, and if it's a scorpion, ensure you know that it's a scorpion, so that when the person goes to the hospital, and the person should be transported to the hospital ASAP, you now will be able to tell the health worker what and how the snake was, so that they will be able to bring the antivenom to save that person's life. Please keep the person calm. Wash the legs with clean soap and water. Put a clean cloth over it. Don't press that place, because it can also facilitate the spread of the venom into circulation. So, and then move the person to the hospital. The last one is trying to cause a person to vomit after ingesting a poison. Kerosene poisoning is something that is very common in Nigeria. Children easily swallow kerosene, and this is for the fact that many households keep kerosene in bottled water containers. When a child happens to take this, please don't cause the first child to vomit. Don't. Because in the course of causing the child to vomit, some of this kerosene or some of these chemicals could get into the lungs, and that's where the main problem is. You have to take a very large quantity of that to cause a serious problem. As soon as you discover a child that takes this thing, carry the child to the hospital. The health workers know what to do. Don't cause anybody to vomit. Please don't. So that's all for today's video. What do you think about the video? I hope you've learned some things in this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, subscribe and share this video with as many people as possible, because I know that some lives will be saved as a result of this knowledge being spread. What did you like? What didn't you like? What do you need more clarification? If you have other interventions that you know of that you want me to do a video about them, let me know in the comment section and I'm going to do them. Thank you, and I will see you in my next video.